I feel like I don't even really need to do an introduction. But they're fun, so I'll do it anyway. This is Ryron Gracie, one of the world's most renowned jiu-jitsu black belts, teachers, practitioners, you name it. And this is me, Seth. My jiu-jitsu experience is
6 years.
Yeah, 6 or 7. One class a year. And today I'm gonna be a white belt, rolling with and learning from Ryron Gracie. And then maybe at the end, testing my luck just a little bit. Maybe progressively as we go, we'll just like up percentage. That's not something that he would do with you.
We'll see. I'll let you. Let's do it. Let's roll,
yeah.
And then let's see.
Yeah, and then if there's anything,
and then I'll let you guys know if that's more or less how I would treat you, or if this is a special treatment just for Seth.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
Let's go, brother.
That's a lie. I can feel it already. If, you know, in jiu-jitsu you talk a lot about like eliminating space. Is there any other like of those basic tips that you have for me, just kind of between the submission attempts?
Yeah, overall, you feel great. Even though you're not very knowledgeable, you don't have that much time on the mat.
That was a tap in case you couldn't see it.
You're not moving out of control.
Okay.
You're moving at a good speed, I would say.
Okay.
You're not behaving it's not like you're very fearful.
I was gonna say, I think
you're
that
being very smart.
I think that would be also partially because I'm rolling with you as well, where like, I know how talented you are, and I also know that I'm not gonna be able to just like, out of something.
But I would appear even more talented if you overreacted.
Sure. Yeah.
So you're a martial artist, so you're approaching it from a very like somewhat methodical way, and you're trying your best to be, you know, jiu-jitsu,
right,
you know, intelligent,
yeah,
which is great. And because of that, we're moving at our speed that we're moving, which I have no problem with. Now, most people,
yeah,
I have this belief that wherever they land, whatever position they land in,
sure,
they're constantly trying to go to the next. They're always rushing through positions.
Yeah.
And when you rush through positions, you very quickly lose control of somebody that has a lot of fight in them.
Yeah.
So imagine if you're on the side mount, for example.
Sure.
Go, Seth. Get out of there. Get out of here, buddy. And let's say you have to mount me in 3 seconds.
Okay.
Go ahead, how would you mount? See, I'm like this. Boom.
Yeah.
See, you fell off right there, why?
I did it at the wrong time.
Yes. So how could you mount me in a tight way? In a very, like, secure way?
Not that way.
So again, I'm behaving in a very unskilled manner.
Yeah, right.
You're in a street fight with someone, you land in the side control.
Yep.
It makes no sense to mount me if I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Zero. But yet, we've told ourselves that going to the mount is
a more dominant position.
Yes,
it's a more
the
useful
place to be.
Yeah.
If you can,
yeah,
let me burn my energy from the side control, from the side mount. Let me burn. 45 seconds later.
Yeah.
A minute later.
Yeah.
What did you feel right there? How was that body weight on the end?
Way more impactful than I expected.
How much do I weigh?
It felt like all of it.
The placement was very special.
Yeah.
The placement of the weight.
It almost felt harder for me because you were going slower. I was like, I should be able to just like shimmy this through here, right? Like I should have enough time to just, and I couldn't. Is there like a purpose behind slower, more methodical, and just kind of like slowly breaking?
So in the beginning, I allowed you to side mount me and to mount me, and at the same time, I was very close to you, holding you very close. And once you mounted on me, I rolled you out of the mount. I used the trap and roll. I did it a few times, and then I wrapped your neck one time. Your head was available. I caught one guillotine. One of my favorite things to do is to be on the bottom and allow someone to control me. It could be for 5-10 seconds, but then I want to escape.
Yeah.
I want to feel all different positions. My preference is everywhere when it comes to grappling.
Okay, so any things that you saw from me that were like, that you would fix?
I feel like once you were at the bottom of the guard, you went for a sweep a little bit, I somehow got your neck.
Yeah.
And what's your thought right now?
My thought was to get out the side.
What does that mean?
Like
Slowly.
to push out here.
Freeze, there you go. So you moved, go back, to the side of the guillotine.
Okay.
Using this hand on the ground, jump to the other side of me. Boom, there you go. Now grab my wrist. Good. Okay. Now from here, use your knee right here to push my elbow down. The elbow, there you go. Now frame my neck with your arm right here. Yes. So as a general rule,
don't go to that side.
Go to the opposite side.
I thought I was doing something in my head. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you were doing something, but you were making it tighter. Now you know that forever.
Yeah, right.
Isn't it so cool how you could learn something? This is your 7th jiu-jitsu lesson, let's say.
Yeah.
Right now.
Really just.
And you will never forget for the rest of your life that when your neck gets wrapped in the guillotine, jump to the side opposite the guillotine.
Side. I knew there was a side, but now I've refined my knowledge even more.
He doesn't want to go to the ground. He don't want to go down.
I figured if I could have anything, maybe it'd be a... curious, percentage-wise, how hard would you say you've been going this whole time?
Hard? I would say 10%.
Okay.
10%. Which is the default intensity.
Yeah.
Should be 10, 20%.
Stay right here, stay right here. Stay right here.
I save my 80, 90, 100% for small bursts throughout a roll or a fight.
Oh, interesting.
The idea of, because now it's 100% here. It's 100% awareness, 100% intelligence and technique.
Yeah.
But in terms of like actual physical exertion, 10, 20%.
Okay. Wow.
And this is what makes jiu-jitsu so special.
Yeah.
Because if I was going 80, 90%, then I wouldn't be able to go for 9 minutes, for 20 minutes,
100%.
for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to roll for an hour straight or fight for 20 minutes. We don't know how long we're going to have to fight for and defend ourselves for.
Yeah.
So jiu-jitsu is the art of efficiency.
Yeah.
If I'm burning and wasting, it's not going to work. And the comfort to be on the bottom of side control and still only be using 10% of your energy.
Yeah.
Compared to most people when they're on the bottom of side control, they're using 80, 90%. That's because they're unfamiliar. But once you know what is possible.
And I think that kind of says something about because you are going at a slower percentage, so you can see things, have everything in here.
I'm actually going at a comfortable percentage. It's not even slower.
Sure.
There is no higher than this.
Yeah.
Now, if my understanding of the positions is not what it is, then I'm gonna make up for my lack of understanding with intensity.
Sure, makes sense.
And that translates to fear. That's my fear.
Yeah.
So my level of comfort is shown in how relaxed I am.
That makes sense. That makes total sense. Okay. So that was an interesting one. You did what you wanted, but different that time. I felt like the big animal that you bring to the fair for everybody to ride.
Okay. Let's go to one more lesson then.
Okay.
Have a seat right here.
Sure.
I'm on your back.
Okay.
Someone's on your back and they land here.
Yeah.
What's the thought process right now?
Well, first I was thinking fighting hands and getting out of this.
Fight hands to do what?
To break the grip.
Correct. Breaking the grip is one thing. The next part is keeping my arm from wrapping your neck.
Yeah.
When your neck gets wrapped, we need to think less about escaping and more about stopping the person from being able to wrap your neck. So if you're too focused on getting out, then you might simply go ahead, break the grip.
Yeah.
Boom, now the neck gets wrapped.
Sure.
So instead of breaking the grip, grab my wrist.
Okay.
Other hand right here, 2. Relax real quick. So both hands are holding the wrist. Hold strong.
Yep.
Good. Now fall to this side. Once you fall to the side, now don't let go of my wrist.
Yep.
Do not let my arm wrap your neck.
Okay.
Keep everything tight.
Yep.
Bring this hand underneath and put it to your ear. Now walk your hand up your ear and frame my arm off your head. Slip your head to the ground. There you go. Hold both hands on my wrist and relax, relax, like there. Push it towards me and turn towards me. Turn, turn, turn. Once your back is on the ground, I'm no longer on your back.
Yeah.
That is the idea behind this technique.
Yeah, that makes sense. And those are 2 of like
the most common submissions of all time. Someone's on your back, someone wraps you in a front headlock / guillotine.
Yeah, and I've always thought like, I'm training to beat the average person. But now the average person has access to stuff online, even if they don't train, of like, oh, I've seen somebody do that before. I can wrap my arm around somebody's neck. It becomes a threat to more people.
Yeah.
So it's important to know.
Anybody who's fighting understands that if you control somebody's head, you have an advantage.
Yeah.
Now, even a poorly applied choke is very dangerous.
Sure.
So you can't say, oh, because it's an untrained person, you know, at a gas station, just because they wrap your neck from behind, it's not gonna work. That's not true. Even if they don't know what they're doing, all they know is they have your neck, they have your head, and they might start squeezing.
Yeah.
And that's what my father always said. Even a poorly applied choke can be very dangerous. It needs to be respected.
Absolutely.
So we respect it by what? Boom, both hands grab on the rear naked choke side. And then for the front headlock guillotine defense, we at least get ourselves to the safe side, opposite the head.
Absolutely. You could almost argue that a poorly applied choke is more dangerous than somebody who's been training as long as you have.
Well, a poorly applied choke coming from a person in a street fight is more dangerous because they're not gonna stop when you tap.
No, absolutely not.
Whereas someone in here,
you would know if somebody went.
Yes.
They might not.
Correct. So in practice, a brown belt choking you is much safer than you getting caught in a guillotine by some random guy on the street.
Yeah, even more reason that it's important to train these things right now.
Yes.
Now, I've got a little challenge for you.
Okay.
I'm curious because I just want to know how many submissions I could ask you to do in a minute round.
That would be me pushing it a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to take those things that might not be there.
Yeah.
But we can do it just for fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So we got 7 seconds. What should my thought process be here to make sure I walk away unscathed, untapped?
You're gonna be great. You're gonna get tapped.
Okay, ready?
Go. What? Tap. 2. 3.
That's 3.
Good. 4. That was 6.
I just walked into that one. And that was time. 6. So 1 per 10 seconds.
6.
Although I think a lot of them came quicker than 10 seconds.
You know what's crazy is that 10 seconds, 1 every 10 seconds. If you lived with me, and you lived here, and we did that twice a week, how long would it take for you to last 1 minute and not get tapped? You're learning jiu-jitsu 2-3 days a week, and we're doing this.
5 months, 6 months?
Yes, 5-6 months, maybe a little more. Yeah, but it doesn't take that long for you to be able to survive for 1 minute. It's almost like these submissions that just happened to you, those are little lessons. Those are mini lessons. And how many submissions do you think you have to worry about in the bigger picture?
3?
Not 300.
Not 300,
Most people think that they have to worry about 300 different submissions. You might feel like, my gosh, it's gonna take me 9 years. But the point being that you can learn in very little time how to at least survive and avoid and defend the most common attacks. So if you just move to Torrance, and you just live right here down the block,
Yeah.
6 months, a year,
I'd be set.
we'll do a follow-up video and I won't even tap you once.
Yeah, hun, we're just gonna head this way.
Yeah.
You cool with that? She's not even watching.
Beach right down the street.
She doesn't watch my videos. Anyway, do you want people to go subscribe to the YouTube or Facebook or anything specifically?
If you want more jiu-jitsu, GracieUniversity.com. We're here for you guys. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Okay, we're ready to teach you jiu-jitsu. We have certified training centers all around the world. We have our online, GracieUniversity.com, our online platform. From like white to blue to purple to brown to black, there's so much information for you guys to learn online. But if not, we have a school near you. Just look at our website and we'll send you in the right way.
I'm actually about to head to Chapel Hill.
Oh, that's great.
Gracie right now. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. But thank you, sir.
Thank you, my man.
Means a lot
Good
to me.
work.
Whew.